My name is Zawa. I'll be the moderator of today. It's been, I think, about two years plus since we have another seminar here at PAM. And this is the very first hybrid seminar in PAM Northern Chapter. So before we start, a few reminders, please change your phone to silent mode. For those, this is a webinar, it's okay. And we're very glad today that we'll be having this topic, zero cost to build green. We have always been thinking of green building, there's some additional cost, while it's very difficult to convince our clients, the developers. So today we will have Baylon, a very familiar face in green building in the Northern Chapter, to really tell us what he thinks about actually building green. It can be at zero cost, sort of no additional cost to go green. So a bit about Baylon. He is the director of Penang Green Council, plus chairman of Malaysia Green Building Council Northern Chapter, born in Ipoh. Baylon graduated from University Science Malaysia. He is now practicing as the director of a green building consultancy company since 2009. He is very active in promoting green and sustainable practice. I suppose nobody wouldn't know about him. And recently, he also won this Best Corporate Leadership for Male Award in Malaysia Green Building Council Leadership in Sustainability Awards 2022. So while he managed the GBI practice, he actually devotes a lot of time to create more awareness to the public so that everyone knows about what green is and what sustainable is. So without wasting more time, I will invite our chairman, Architect Leong, to give his opening speech.
Hi, good morning. Thank you very much for coming. Actually, I'm a bit caught out. I'm not even supposed to give the speech, actually. But thank you very much for all of you for attending. And thank you for all those people online who can see me. Thank you for attending. Thank you, Garis, for hosting the event, and obviously Zawa as a moderator. And not forgetting Pat and Mei Ling, our secretariat, who are very, very efficient. I'm very glad to see actually the room is more or less kind of filled up already. And I was told there are about 200 online participants, so it's a good turnout. That's yeah. Baylon is very, very popular, I can tell you that. Yeah, I never miss this. Yeah. So I'm not going to say very much on the subject. I think Zawa already mentioned it. I was kind of writing an article the other day for WAD, and there was a statement that Serena, he just made. He says, actually, think of sustainability as a kind of way of thinking every time you design, not as a kind of side product, you know. So it's, when you do something, it's always kind of in the front of your mind, not in the back of your mind, as you were, you know. So, and I think today maybe Baylon is going to tell us that it's not that expensive to do a zero carbon sort of building. I won't speak very long, so I will say thank you again, and I hope you enjoy the seminar. I welcome Baylon. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Before I pass to Baylon, for those who are on the Zoom, please remember to check the sign-in code, and later at the end of the seminar, there will be a sign-out code. So let's welcome Mr. Baylon Tham.
I did believe my voice is loud enough. I used to be a loudspeaker because I'm actually I grew from market. I'm a pastor from young. I fell from the market. My question to you guys is, if without the mic, can my sound clearly hear? You need the mic. Okay, so then I better use the mic. To see where to keep it.
So I can hold it, doesn't matter. Just like a small mic. Okay. Happy Saturday morning. My name is Baylon. I see a lot of, old faces, and happy to come back here again. Thank you, Pam London chapter, giving me another opportunity to share with you guys. Okay, after so many years, in fact, not we did that. Last year or so, but in hotel. But when I know that happened in Pam Center, I feel more excited. I don't know. At first I thought it's just a small groups. Sharing, talking, and then I have more interaction with all those. Who are here in the room. But suddenly, early morning today, I received that. You all actually open it for hybrid also, and we received around 200 participants. Online. So that's really shocked me. So once again, thank you, our chairman, thank you, Pam Norton chapter, and thank you everybody giving your time to me here. Okay, so yeah, my name is Baylon, and today's our topic is zero cost to build green. Okay, so that's actually let's see. It's not functioning. Yeah, for those who are not yet, something happy to share with you guys. I just received, the award from Malaysia Green Building Council 2022. Surprisingly, me that best corporate leadership for MIL in sustainability promoting. I got two totally, different extreme feeling when I received the award. One, exciting, happy, because after 12 years, I finally received that award. As a assurance on what I'm actually doing for the past 12 years. But the another feeling that extreme, come from deep of my heart is I feel sad. Because after 12 years, it seems like I'm still the crazy person who running around, promoting green building, which is very, very unhealthy. Deep in my heart. That's why I always meet up with those friends who actually get know with me. Yeah, Baylon here. Okay, I always keep telling you guys. Okay, you guys are my senior. You guys are the architects. Okay, whereby I'm not chair and AR yet. Okay, I need you guys help. Okay, to do the same thing to promote the green building and sustainable to the world. Because this is something really happen. Whether you like it or not, this is not a trend. Okay, climate change, global warming is happening all over the world. Okay, every time before my get started with my presentation. It's still not functioning. Okay. I always repeat, keep on showing all these slides because I really want everybody get filled with all this deep into your heart. Going green is all about passion. Going green is all about a belief. If you don't believe in sustainability, if you don't believe in global warming, if you don't believe in climate change, no point that we continue to talk about green and sustainable. We need to know what actually will happen surrounding us all over the world. And the question is how much we care. How much we care about this happening all over the world right now. Global warming, climate change. We can feel that, we can feel the heat, we can feel the seasons is changing. It's really totally different. I deep believe, I can feel it in my generation. I deep believe, okay, my little bit senior brother here, you guys can feel that even more extreme different change. If you compare to your childhood time, am I right? So that's something really happened. And I'm going to share with you some real facts. Today we talk about building, okay? We talk about construction. Let us build, find back the feeling that, how important we are as part of the industry, as part of the construction industry, and as an architect again. Because worldwide, building itself, it consumes 17% of the fresh water worldwide, and it keep continue increasing. So that is the real fact. Continue with that, 25%, that means a quarter of worldwide deforestation happening all over the world, including our country, okay? During the WAD, Architects Arena, he just do show us the facts that, the whole country, the government of Malaysia, we promised and we committed, okay, to protect the entire country land to reserve more than 50%, okay, not less than 50% forest reserve all over, the whole nations. But the statistics show us that we are now actually somewhere 50-something% forest reserve. And it seems like keep dropping. I don't know, what actually you're feeling, but step into the jungle, look at the whole ecosystem. That actually is the source. How to say, the source of the entire ecosystem for the world. That is the face always saying like that. If the Amazon forest collapse, that is the end of the human civilizations of the entire earth. We need to protect the forest. We need to keep it. But yes or no, when we keep developed, we need materials, and wood actually is one of the major materials, and that is a real fact. I'm showing all these facts to you guys because I want you guys to feel how important we are. With every single design that what our chairman mentioned just now, before we do, we think and rethink how much we can help, I can't say we can do it 100% sustainable, but we try to sustain it as long as possible before the new technology come in, maybe in the next 10 years or 20 years, I don't know. But we try our best to sustain the entire earth as long as possible. Look at it, 25% world forest, deforestation are contributing to the construction industry. This even worse. 40-50% of the raw material are actually consumed in the construction industry. All the material that we take from the Mother Earth, 50% are actually consumed by the construction industry. What a huge percentage. I don't know. When I look at the whole figures here, that shocked me. I hope, the figures, the percentage will shock you guys also. I've been attended a conference in Singapore. That lecture, conference teaching always come to my mind. He say like that. The humans already went through centuries, okay, to continue taking out material from the earth, creating things. And we have more than enough material right now for us to recycle and reuse in order to continue rely on the raw material taken from the earth. Try the way to rethink how we can recycle, reuse, or even best is upcycle whatever we have right now, okay, into, our design, into the building construction. That's actually helped to reduce the impact to the poor Mother Earth 50%. And I did believe the percentage keep on increasing from time to time. Then, when we talk about, climate change, when we talk about global warming, we are talking about carbon emission. So the relationship between energy and carbon emission is very direct. The higher the energy consumption we consume, the higher the carbon emission will release to the atmosphere. 40%, yes, that is a real figure. Don't be surprised, okay? We always talk about, energy consumption. Yes, 40% worldwide energy consumption consumed in the building sector, by the building sector. That is a big numbers. That really shocked me. Think about when we build green, I can't say much, but every single building we can reduce half of the energy consumption. That help to reduce the total energy consumption in the whole sector. Am I right? It's not only a cost saving, but it direct contribute to the environment. This is not a small figure. It will touch even to 50% and the energy consumption because the population. 2 days ago, I just read a news. From the newspaper. In a week time, the entire global population will hit 80 million. Am I right? But in Chinese, you see, the population keep on increasing. And we need development. But how we can actually sustain it longer? That is something that we need to think. And I hope we can think it seriously. 40% of the energy consumption, I repeat again, 40% of the energy consumption consumed by the building industry. And that make this happen. 1/3, 33% of the carbon emissions are contributing by the building industry. We keep on have a very wrong perception that carbon emission, transportation, because of driving car, because of airplane flying here and there, that actually release the carbon emission. No. Don't go so far. Okay. Since today we are here talking about building, you and me, we are part of the building industry as a professional architect. Try to, focus on what actually showing here on the screen. 33% of the carbon emission are contributing by the building industry. How beautiful if we can design something green and sustainable to reduce the energy consumption, and then it immediate to reduce the carbon emission to the atmosphere. The relationship is very direct, as what I mentioned just now. Okay, when we design a green building, that will immediate to reduce the energy consumption, and thus it will reduce the carbon emission to the atmosphere. And that 33%, it will keep continue increase, or there is the hope to decrease it. That depend on us as a designer or the key person in the building industry as an architect. So then let me, I always like to tell a joke, or a question like this, okay? I always like interaction, in my sharing. Let me ask you guys a very simple question. Can anybody in the room here, okay, telling me what is the different feeling between 1 degree Celsius? Can you guys, gentlemen here, sense, okay, what is the difference between 23 and 24 degrees Celsius? We can't. Yes, we can't. Humankind, we are the lousiest creatures in the world. I read a book that is the phrase saying that if let's say without human, then the world wouldn't be the world like now. I deeply believe that it's all because of human, then the entire poor Mother Earth become it like that. So we can't feel what is the difference between 1 degree Celsius. That's why we don't care. That is the main thing, okay? A lot of creatures, a lot of animals and plants, they can sense what is the difference between 1 degree Celsius, and especially all those, amphibia. They are very sensitive with degree C. There are a lot of species of plants, okay, because of 1 degree Celsius, they will die, okay? But here, human, we wouldn't. But now, let's see what happened just between, increase 1 degree Celsius globally. Global temperature increase 1 degree Celsius, species extinct. And that is happened, okay? Happened, it's already happened, okay? So, coral reefs destroyed, yes, especially in the tropics areas, okay? More and more coral reef destroyed. Try to imagine that is the beginning of the whole food chain of the entire ocean ecosystem, okay? If here the coral reef destroyed, the plankton died, then the small fish, they can't find food. and it will continue destroy the whole ecosystem in the ocean. More and more, island nations will be staying underwater. Don't be, forget that we, Finland, we consider an island state, okay? We will face this issue sooner and sooner if we don't continue, keep remind us. That is happening just because of 1 degree Celsius increase worldwide, where you and me cannot feel it, but that already happened. So bad and too poor. How about 2 degrees Celsius? I hope you guys can really feel, okay? Because again, what I'm trying to tell you guys and what I'm trying to give you guys the impact is you need to deep feel with what actually happened, and that is close related to Earth. Then we will rethink before we do the design. 2 degrees Celsius, okay? Again, we can feel. And that also happened. Happened, okay? So Greenland melted, and a sad news or a bad news, when it melted, it's melted. We can't get it back again. And I don't know how to get it back again. Don't ask me, okay? I think the scientists can't tell us how to get it back again when it melted. It melted. I just want to tell you, it is melted so bad. Am I right? Look at that poor polar bear. I don't see that as a bear. I always play a joke. It seems like a skinny monkey to me. Am I right? I mean, all the time, polar bear chubby. I mean, I think the girls like to hug a bear because of the chubby, but this skinny monkey, and that because of us, human, we destroy their habitat. We destroy the whole entire poor Mother Earth, and that happened. We share the entire ecosystem. We share the whole planet. Try to pay some sympathy to what actually the other creatures in the world, because they have their rights also. Seeing equally to humans on the earth. Water shortage. Few years back, when I share with this topic, when I share with all these facts, I didn't feel the impact. But recent years, I think everybody feel the impact of water shortage. Penang going to face water shortage issue. I dare to tell you, because when I meet up with PBA, they did tell us that we will face water shortage. In 1 or 2 years time, if we don't, if we consume our water like what we consume right now. Okay, Klang Valley, few years back, they always face water shortage issue, whereby they need to pick their pill, waiting for the water tank, to collect water. Try to imagine 1 day without water supply. What is the world? Crazy, mad. But who actually make that happen? Again, you and me, we should be responsible to what actually happened on here. 3 degrees Celsius. More and more environment refugees who are going to collect them to be your own country citizens, or just let them there without, their homeland. Food shortage. 3 years back, I studied a report from United Nations. The total crops harvested in US dropped because of global warming. And again, we look it in the more bigger picture. Food shortage, that could be one of the reasons for World War III happened, because of food, and water. And all this because of global warming and climate change. Land, like what I mentioned just now, if 3 degrees Celsius, Amazon forest could collapse. And again, if Amazon collapse, that is the end of the civilization of human in the earth. So try to imagine and try to think how important we are as an architect when we talk about green and sustainable development. This is what I try keep repeating and telling you guys. Just want you guys to feel the impact in deep of your heart. So Copenhagen 2009, so nice, okay? In Copenhagen, Malaysia, we do commit, okay? We commit that, okay? Tell you, okay? When you guys look at this, you guys will feel so funny, okay? But we are working hard on that. You and me, we are part of Malaysia trying to the goal, okay? 2009 in COP15 Copenhagen, Malaysia adopting, we committed to reduce, okay, 40% of the emission by 2020. So where are we now? 2022, okay? Are we achieved, I mean, with this figure, 40% reduction in emission? No. You know why? Because that is 2009. I mean, what Malaysia signed and committed to reduce 40% by 2020. Then happening in 2015, Paris, okay, Paris Agreement, okay. Again, Malaysia, again to commit, okay, we're going to reduce just now 40% by 2020. Now, in the Paris Agreement, we're going to reduce 45% emission, I mean the whole country, okay, by 2030. Am I right? 2030, yeah. So 8 years from now, 45%. That's why I said this is something not only the government, but you and me, every single person, okay, we can actually contribute to reductions of the emissions for the whole country. Try to imagine and try to think back what I mentioned just now. 33% of the emission are actually come from the building sector. If we can do well in the building sector, we can actually help to reduce the emission for the whole country, okay? As I said, temporarily, okay, don't talk about the transportation or the industry or other things. Today, we are focusing in the green and sustainable development building industry. Let's see how we can do that, okay? So by 2030, our commitment to world reduction of 45% emission. So what actually is the Paris Agreement? So happened in 2016, then the whole key point, okay, out of 196 countries signed and committed worldwide for Paris Agreement, okay, we're going to cap the world temperature not to increase more than 1.5 degrees Celsius, okay. That is the whole key thing for Paris Agreement, okay. We cap the whole world global temperature not to increase more than 1.5 degrees Celsius. And again, there are more things you and me need to do in order to assure that happen. Otherwise, when the global temperature keep on increasing, we can't imagine how actually the climate change that will directly impact back to us. So, world facts, okay. Again, what I mentioned to you, this is in a more detailed, I mean, segments and percentage. Building and construction represent 39%. This is the source in 2018, okay, 2018, 39% global energy and carbon emission by the building and construction. And building and construction represent 36% of the final energy demand, okay. Just now I mentioned 30 to 40%, yeah, that means correct. 36%, I mean, the percentage keep on increasing, consumed by the building industry. So the relationship, as I mentioned just now, is very, very simple, okay? Green building and carbon emission. When we design a green building, one of the main focus is to reduce the energy consumption. And then first, it will reduce the carbon emission to the atmosphere. Then every time when I touch this screen, then I like to ask, I mean, my crowds with a simple question. Or to the younger one, maybe, okay? Do you guys, I mean, aware, okay, how, okay, who actually is the authority or the board, okay, who having the power, giving the power to generate electricity for Malaysia? Anybody? Which, I mean, authority produce electricity in our country? Yeah, PNP, you are correct, but no price. Thank you for your answer. TMP, yes. TMP for Peninsula Malaysia. Sabah and Sarawak have their own, authority. Okay, Sabah is Sabah, Sarawak is Sarawak. To generate electricity. Okay, correct. TMP. Then my second question: how TMP generate electricity? That is a very key question. Okay, how TMP generate electricity? For a long time, I've been educated or I've been misled, okay, that TMP generate electricity by using dam, hydro. Yes, you are correct. I've been always having that because I always think that, wow, we have so many dams, all over the countries. By having the hydropower, we renewable energy, we generate electricity, turning the turbine by using the hydropower. No, when I meet up with for E4, yeah, that is still under construction. Yes, yeah. So the real fact is when I meet up with TMP, more than 75% of the electricity generation in our country, we are actually burning coal. We are burning the coal, turn the turbine, and the turbine generate the electricity. Try to imagine how much coal we need to import and burn it in order to generate the electricity by putting a very single action, click, starting the unnecessary energy usage inside the building. You get what I mean? A single click on, that means we are actually releasing emission through the atmosphere. So try and imagine, how much we can contribute in order to prolong and sustain the whole concept. Reduce the energy consumption, reduce whatever not necessarily through architectural design. Okay, all the things that I'm trying to share with you guys today is how we actually can link it back to a green and sustainable architectural design. As an architect, that will help to reduce the carbon emission through the atmosphere. So we cannot save our poor Mother Earth without decarbonizing the building sector. This is very important. I know you guys are very proud with your own profession as an architect, but I want you guys to feel even more proud, okay, when you come up with a green and sustainable design or development that can actually help to reduce the energy, energy consumption, reduce the emissions, to the atmosphere, that can actually help to fight with climate change, issues globally as an architect. So we cannot save our poor Mother Earth without decarbonizing the building sector. We need to, design green and sustainable building in order to save our poor Mother Earth. So that's the whole story and beginning. I hope, okay, this 20 to 25 minutes deep enough to give you guys the impact, okay. I really need to share this, otherwise later I will receive a lot of, negative response to me when we talk about green building. Oh, Baylon cannot do this. Oh, Baylon, that is expensive. No, think about this first before we go through. We need to set, tune the direction correctly. Today, we are talking about how we save our poor Mother Earth through our profession as an architect. So then, any question so far up until now? Do you guys agree on what actually I'm sharing just now on all the real facts? Okay, good. Then that saved my life, okay? So I assume later on I will receive a lot of all those, very negative answer, okay? Baylon, expensive. Then how much and how we still, on the poor Mother Earth. So that's why I am here today to share with you guys. Going green, not necessarily expensive, and that we can actually create a green building, okay, with zero cost. It's unbelievable. I know it is unbelievable. Even until now, I'm standing here sharing with you guys. Me myself also feeling unbelievable. But it is a fact. We can actually create a green building, okay, through zero cost, especially in Penang. Frankly, for those who are actually attending, the Zoom meeting right now, joining up with Zoom or Facebook Live, Today, I never thought that it will be, spread to so many spaces, through PAM. But our focus here today, zero cost to build green, majority, mean to finance states because of a lot of regulations, implementation by the state government that help us to build green easier and cheaper or even zero cost, okay? Don't complain to me, I'm from Perak, I don't have that, Shara Kelulusan. Then go and fight with our government. If you think that Shara Kelulusan is very important and very important to the environment, go and fight to the state government. Make it become a gazetted law to help our poor mother Earth. Okay, then back to Penang State. I have to talk in advance first. Otherwise, KL come in, Perak come in, Johor come in, then I don't know how to answer. Zero cost to green building. So again, when we talk about green building, then you guys can see the logos over here, green building index. Okay, before I go further down, okay, just a small survey from you guys. Okay, fellow seniors here, I see juniors here also. Just raise your hands around for exercise, maybe for good as well. How many of you guys here or heard about green building index before today? How many of you guys here or heard green building index? Thank you. Agree to 90%. Okay, GBI. Yeah. When we talk about GBI, we talk about green building, then we talk about GBI, green building index. Okay. A little bit more info that I wish to share, but that's not in my screen now. Okay. Okay. I know there are many people trying to asking me, okay, Baylon, do you aware that there are actually other tools in the market as well? Okay. GBI, we call it as a green building measurement tool. Okay. It is a tool with certain criteria and point system to certify how green is the building. So that is the whole idea of green building index. But recently, they are, friends of me, okay, keep on asking me, Baylon, how about the other tools? Okay. Okay. So back to the whole history first. Okay. First thing, GBI, Green Building Index. I need to share with you guys that Green Building Index proudly owned by PAM and ACEM. Okay. Satuan Architect Malaysia and Association Consulting Engineers of Malaysia. That means the architects and the engineers own GBI. PAM owns 60% of GBI. I need to tell you guys this fact to make you guys feel proud of a member of PAM. As a professional architect, we created GBI. We own GBI, and we should proudly promote GBI as a green building tool to everybody in the building industry. This is a hope for me. I hope you guys can help me to do so. Okay. So GBI is the first green building tools launched and created in Malaysia. Okay. Since 2009, 12 years ago. Okay. We are the first. Since the federal government, since the whole Malaysia government, nobody cared about green building, and luckily the professional care. Okay, the architects and the engineers joined together and created a tool specific, suitable to be used in Malaysia. Okay, there are many tools all over the world. Okay, one of the most well-known tools, we call it LEEDS, LEEDS. LEEDS. Okay, LEEDS actually is a green building measurement tool owned by America. That is LEEDS. Okay, Prime is a tool owned by UK. Okay, CASP also a very famous tool owned by Japan. So nearer one, Australia have their own tools called Green Star, and our next neighbor to us, Singapore have their very famous tool called Green Mark, where Green Mark keep on exporting to be used in other countries, but Malaysia never do that. Okay. Malaysian okay. So Malaysia, we promote green building index in Malaysia. So the first fact, Green Building Index owned and created by PAM and SEM. Second fact, Green Building Index is the first green building measurement tools in Malaysia. And the third fact is a very important fact. Okay, the third fact is Green Building Index is the only tool recognized under World Green Building Council as a tool for Malaysia. Okay, when we talk about green building, when we talk about how we certify a green building, everything it should go back to World Green Building Council. Okay, that is what my belief. Okay, so World Green Building Council, if you go to WGBC website, when you search it, the green building tools all over the world, when you see Malaysia, then you can see Green Building Index, GBI. GBI is the only tool recognized internationally under World Green Building Council as a tool for Malaysia. I hope I answered you guys, doubts and queries. Okay. So this is a real fact. When we share to our clients or when we share to our friends, hey, since you're going to build a green building, since you're going to get a recognition for your green building, why not go for the international recognition certification? Am I right? You pay for it and you get an international, at least the standard is guaranteed. Okay, so we are the Green Building Index is the only one recognized under World Green Building Council that I want to tell you. And so sad that I can't say so sad, okay? We should feel happy. The federal government, there is no laws and acts controlling or not approving any green building tools happen in the whole country. As Simba said, like Chairman, we are happy, so happy today. We can actually create a Baylon green building tools. You know, that is allowable happen in Malaysia. And because of this, there are so many green building tools happen and created in our country. Okay. So one of the very common one that you guys heard about, Green RE. You guys heard about that? Yeah. Okay. Green RE created and owned by REDA. Okay. So another one very famous one is MyCrest. MyCrest created and owned by CIDB. Okay. So JKR have their own tools, but I forgot what is the name. Okay. So Iskandar Johor, they have their own green building tool as well. The whole entire Iskandar Johor, because they work closely with Japan government. So they are using CASB, the Japan's tools. Even the state of Malacca, okay, the state of Malacca, they have their own tools, particular only for Malacca state. Very fantastic. Okay, I have to be aware of all my presentation today. Okay, so yeah, that's actually what happened around in the whole country. With so many tools, how we going to choose? So then I do want to talk and share more about the other tools, but always remember three things. Okay, Green Building Index owned by PAM and SEN, run by independent third-party professional. This is the things that I always want to highlight. Okay, when we talk about building industry, who should be the one who we refer to? The professional. I do believe, you guys agree with me as a professional architect. Otherwise, who to refer? You know, this is building industry. Building industry, then we have to refer to the professional. So GBI is the only one run independently by third party. Professional, AR, IR, SR, or even landscape architect. Okay. So second one, okay, the only one recognized worldwide internationally under World Green Building Council. This is real fact. I hope I clear you guys doubts when there are such questions come to you guys. Hey, why not using this? I heard this is cheaper lah. I heard this is easier lah. Okay, then the question to you guys. Okay, when you have a son sent to university, then I am the headmaster of the university. I'm the headmaster of the. Come, send your son to me. My exam easier. I guarantee your son can pass one. Oh, what do you want? We want the standard. Am I right? the qualifications of the certificates is important. So I say nothing about other tools, okay? I only share about green building index. So, okay, that's off the story. At least, okay, I hope you guys aware where green building index come from, okay? Any further questions? We can keep it after the session, okay? I can't speak too more because we have 100 over participants, I mean, all around Malaysia right now. Zero cost to build green. Okay, a real facts again, okay? After 12 years, as I mentioned, Green Building Index launched in 2009, okay? Over 625 GBI certified projects. Certified means that already built, and received certificates, okay, all over the country. 625, and then coming another 500, okay, under construction. That means after 12 years, okay, we have more than thousands of projects, okay, certified all over the country. This is something really exciting, okay, and GBI stated one of the fastest growth green building tools worldwide. As I mentioned, every country has their green measurement tools, am I right? Green Building Index is one of the fastest growth green building tools in the world. Okay, so this is something I feel happy and glad for GBI. Okay, after 12 years, more than 1,000 projects, and again, we should feel proud as well. And I need you guys' help. You know why? Because Penang, we are the second smallest state in Malaysia after Perlis lah. Penang, we are the second smallest state, but with the GBI data's record, we stated the third largest GBI building states in the country. After Kuala Lumpur, Selangor, then Pulau Pinang, then Johor. So even though we are small, but we have so many green buildings around. And I hope we can actually increase, become number one. God bless, okay? Why not, okay? If every one of us here in the room, you guys have one green building project, that will immediately boost up the total numbers of green buildings in Penang. Am I right? Huh? Don't keep continue looking at the survey form first. Because my question is very important. If every one of the gentlemen here, no, I just joke, no worry, Pat. So every one of you guys here in the room, okay, with one green buildings happen in your company, immediately we can double up the total numbers of green buildings happen in Penang. Am I right? Please, okay, just one green building. After today's seminar, go back and take out what is the buildings or what is the project can turn it become a green building index project. Do it. So after half year time, the total numbers of green buildings will happen in Penang. Okay, so that actually over the 1,000 over green building projects certified under GBI, the total gross floor area, that's why I said we grew so fast in the green building movement, okay? The total GFA of the green building under GBI certified in Malaysia equivalent to 67 Petronas Green Tower. That is the GFA. Imagine how much green building we have in the whole country. And that actually reduces, consume less 50% by all this green building. This is all real data from GBI after 12 years. And by all this, it means we reduce Malaysia greenhouse gases emission by 1.4 million tons carbon CO2 per year with the GBI data. And that is the conversion, okay? There's always the conversion, how to reduce energy towards, carbon emission. That's another deep studies, But with that 1,000 over GBI project, we successful to reduce 1.4 million tons CO2 per year. So as I said, green building, that helps to reduce energy and that helps to reduce the emission to the atmosphere. So, keep you guys promise to me, one architect, one green building. Going back, looking to your project list, find one and then focus on it, make it become a GBI project, make it green, make it sustainable. That helps us and that helps the poor Mother Earth. So then now, the main question to you guys, okay, are green building expensive? Okay. Green building expensive. That I'm going to share with you guys. After 12 years, okay, through green building index data and statistics, we show that to get a GBI certified, okay, to get a GBI certified, just for you guys information, in GBI, we got 4 different ratings: certified, silver, gold, and platinum. Okay, 4 different ratings. And today we are actually focused on certified. Okay, Baylon, can we do zero cost to build a GBI platinum building? Cannot. Okay, I will answer you loudly. Okay, cannot. Okay. Okay, Baylon, can we build a GBI building to gold rating without any cost? Cannot. Okay, really cannot. Okay, it's not because of money. It's all because of the elements that we put in, the technologies that we put in. Okay, so today when we talk about zero cost to build green, okay, we are focused in GBI certified building. How to get GBI certified? Out of total 100 score, we need 50 to 65 score. Okay, 50 to 65 score, then we are GBI certified. So we only talk about 50 score. Okay, even you are 50 score, you are still certified. Happy than 50 only. 50 is 50. Okay, certified already. Okay, don't care about 50 or 51. Okay, 50 score, then you are GBI certified. So we scaled down our focus today. Okay, on GBI certified zero cost. How to achieve a zero cost building GBI certified? Because through GBI statistics, okay, average GBI certified building are less than 1% of your total contract sum. What is that 1%? Come on now. Am I right? Okay. But you still can talk me. 1% also money, Baylon. Yes, you are correct. 1% also money. But what is that 1%? When we talk about global warming, when we talk about climate change, okay, less than 1% incremental cost of the total contract sum, then you can create a green building. Frankly, I see no issue on that. But now, okay, I will go into deep detail one by one. I think nobody going to share with me right now today after so many years, okay? Nobody in the whole country. I'm going to share with you guys one by one in more details. Simple said, I'm going to share with you guys with my 12 years GBI facilitator, service in the market, okay? And again, the simple said, after today's seminar, with all my slides, you can actually do a GBI project by your own self without me, by following all that. I hope you guys happy with this, okay? Okay, no worry of my rice bowl, okay? I still can sustain. I eat a little bit only, okay? I don't need every project come to me, okay? I need you guys, okay, to do it by your own self, okay? If you guys know how to do it, then submit it to GBI. We can see more and more green building. That is what actually I want to see, okay? Certified new building. New building. Okay. Okay. Exactly. Can. So answer back to you. Okay. So in GBI, after 12-year development, we developed total 18 different building tools. Okay. Why 18? Why so many? Yes, because you know that every different building character in different category, they have different characteristics. They might have different energy consumption, range. Am I right? This is the reason why GBI keep on developing different tools, various from residential tools to non-residential tools, retail, shopping mall tools, hospital tools, hotel tools, industrial tools, existing building tools, or even interior tools. We have our first township tool. Very lastly, we have our heritage historical building tools to suit different categories of building, okay? And because of that 18 different tools, I cannot share with you guys all, okay? So since we are here in Penang, as I say, sorry for those who are attending today's seminar from KL or from other states, okay? Since we are here in Penang, we are here in Penang Island, today we scale it down to a residential tool, okay? Okay or not? Otherwise, I thought industry, I thought residential, then you will be kena kabut, okay? We focus on the residential too. Just let's say a high rise. That's actually what happened around in Penang. I see a lot of, architects, you have high rise project. So we focus in high rise residential project, GBI certified, zero cost, okay? It will be much straightforward. But that applies to other tools also if the criteria is the same, okay? So then, now we go for it. So, are green building expensive? Okay, then mindset tuning again. I like to do all this because after mindset tuning, then there won't be negative question to me at end of the section. Okay. Perception and reality. Okay. What is the greenest building in Malaysia or in the tropical region? I always answer to my friends. Malay kampong houses. That is really the greenest one. That is really the greenest one. With high roof, with big opening, elevated ground, with the wood material, long sun shading, cross ventilation along the houses, all passive design, whatever we learned long time ago in the university, we accept all these passive design concepts that happen in Malay kampong houses. And that is the greenest approach of green building in a tropical region like us in country in Malaysia. Okay, what is expensive to build a kampong house? Perception and reality. Am I right? You talk about green building. That is the greenest green building, and I don't see this is high cost construction. So it's always about understanding and the perception, how we look at the cost. Am I right? So without cost. And that is the wisdom generation to generation of the ancestors. We know, Malaysia, tropical region, very hot. We need to build long sun shading. That's why the kampong houses have a long sun shading. That protects the heat. Am I right? It's hot, so we need a big opening, cross, so that, the whole houses with cross ventilation, stack ventilation to the roof, that make the building cold. So that is the wisdom that, learn generation to generation and passing down in architecture for a tropical region. So that is the green building. Then, when the British came, okay, when the other foreigners came to Malaysia, and that what will happen. And please, okay, when we deep down to all these short houses, the green elements still there. And it is very green with the center courtyard, with all those louvered windows, with, a thick wall. Yeah, that time is wood bearing wall, but the thick wall with high ceiling height, 4 height. All this help to keep the building cool in the tropical region, okay? There are so many approaches for green building in different regions of the world. Since we are here today talking about tropical region, so I always make a very simple principle. A green building in tropical region is always a cool building. We have to design the building as cool as possible so that we can reduce whatever unnecessarily, because I feel very cold now, the aircon facing to me. Okay, this is definitely lower than 24 degrees Celsius. So something like that, which is not necessarily. If we cool enough, then we don't even rely on the aircon. Am I right? I always like to ask this to the ladies, to the girls, okay? If let's say outside thunderstorm, raining, very cold, will you still switch on the aircon 18 degrees Celsius? Crazy, yeah. We wouldn't, okay? When we design a cool building, that is the best approach, for tropical green building design. So when they build all this, they never question, am I built this expensive with higher cost? No, because all the design element already being considered and superimposed through architectural design. That come along with one package. That is the green building as well. That's why I said perception and reality. But how come when we come to this, green building is very expensive? Somebody answer me, since I am a junior, I see so many senior today. How come when we come to this and when we talk about green building, then everybody says, green building is very expensive? No, okay. It's all about the understanding, the perception, what we actually putting in when we do the design. All these buildings are certified, green building under GBI. They are gold building, our diamond building, our Suruhan Jaya Tenaga, okay? So that won the World International World Green Buildings Award, okay? That is a GBI Platinum building. I feel so great when I visited that building. So why not? People can do that, okay? Yeah, we have our very first, green building certified, wet market certified as a green building for the whole country. Charasta market, that is the first green building, okay? So yes, it's all about perception, it's all about understanding. So this is not what I say, okay? So when we talk about green building cost, when you talk about dollar and cents, okay, people talk about dollar and cents, try to understand how much green building can actually give it back to us, okay? So our past chairman, World Green Building Council is saying that green building practices, okay, that will reduce the building operation cost as much as 9% or even more. It depends on what type of, characters of the building, okay? So increase the building value by 7.5%. Try to imagine, okay? If let's say to that, you are the fake, crazy rich Asian, we're going to buy the hotel, okay? Hotel A and Hotel B. Hotel A is a very normal hotel without green approach, okay? Very high energy consumption. Hotel B is a very green project. You know that the operation cost is low, energy consumption is low. Which one you will prefer? Definitely go for the green and sustainable hotel design, am I right? A green building kept a building value. That, as a real fact worldwide, okay? 70.5%. I don't know how he find the figures, but this is a statement, come from him. And I realized 6.6% increase in returns of investment, okay? ROI, immediate ROI for the green building. Because immediate you start operation, immediate it will drop your energy consumption, and immediate it will reduce your electricity bill and water bill. As well as it improve the productivity of the performance. Okay, I won't work hard if the aircon keep on blowing me like that. Okay, really cool, right? You can't concentrate. Also, this is all about indoor environment and it's all about sustainability. So then, again, real facts. After 12 years data, then GBI now can share with us, okay? We are collecting real projects. Remember, 1,000 over projects, those submitted with green cost, then we tabulate it and become a statistics, okay? So for non-residential building, NRNC, the incremental cost for certified, again, GBI Platinum, no. GBI Gold, no. Certified, don't be so greedy. Platinum without cost, it can't be, okay? Certified, non-residential, 0 to 2% incremental cost of the total contract sum. I really don't see that 2% is a big figure, or anybody here disagree with me. Baylon, 2% is a lot. I don't see 2% is a lot, right? Okay, but again, it's 0 to 2%. That means it can happen in 0. Okay, so residential project RNC, the statistics show 0 to 1%. So today I will focus on residential, how to make it 0 to 1%. Okay, if let's say end of the day, I'm telling you, later following my stage, my slides, it's 0.0 something %. Will you guys scold me or not? You better cheat me, you say 0%, then now it's 0.0 something %. Will you guys scold me or not? 0. something % also considered 0. But we can actually achieve it become 0.1. Okay, look at it, real fact, not because of Baylon, it's a statistic from GBI, 0 to 1%. GBI certified residential building. So think about your project already, what residential project potential in your company can go for green, because you guys already promised me 1 architect, 1 green building. So you see, every 1 million in the total construction cost, the additional capital expenditure It's less than 10,000. What is that 10,000? Sometimes automated gate already more than 10,000. Am I right? You know, the automated gate, front gate already more than 10,000. But we are talking about saving the world. We are talking about help our poor Mother Earth. Okay, so now this is another real fact. Average incremental green cost. Now, then I answer you guys. Okay, certified building 1.1%, very average. In the range of 0 to 2. So silver 1.8 in the range of 1 to 3. So gold 2 to 6%. I mean, in the mean 3.8%. No? It depends on what technologies will come in. Okay, when you go higher, then technologies come in that makes the cost various. For a platinum building, we are only talking about 5%. Okay, provided architectural passive design well superimposed in the design in advance. Okay, and don't tell me that without any architectural design, I want this, but without architectural design, hello, okay, you all your facade facing to the east, facing to the west. I want this, I want this. No way. Okay, we are architects. Okay, we learn passive design, and we are so proud of passive design. Every time, I don't know you guys, I'm very proud of passive design because I graduated from USF. My lecturer keep on teaching me about passive design. You know, I call architecture, something like that. So we need to superimpose in design. I hope you guys are very well known with passive design as well. Okay. So again, today, I always say, I am here not to teaching. I am here to remind as the gentle reminder. All right. So that's actually, okay. This is non-residential and that is residential. You look at it. How the costing goes for, okay, energy efficiency. So that means the major money, okay, in order to achieve a green building, 44.5% of the money spent in the energy part, okay. So there are actually minor money spent in other parts. In GBI, we have domain 6 criteria from energy efficiency, indoor environment quality, sustainable site planning management, material resources, water efficiency, and innovation. GBI is a very comprehensive tool that covers every segment of green and sustainable. Okay, so if you are a GBI Gold building, I salute you. GBI Gold building is the international standards of green building. Very high standard. If you are GBI Platinum building, you really can go for international awards. Trust me, no doubt. Okay. So why I want to show you guys this, okay? This to let you guys understand where the money goes for. If you want to reduce your some cost, okay, I don't want to spend much to create a green building. Then you know that. I'm getting so excited. I need your help again. You know that majorities of the money are go for EE part, and you don't have that much of money go for EE, then you go for sustainable. You get what I mean? You go for other cheaper points. Because we got total of 100 points, there are points without any cost. Trust me, these I can dare to tell you guys loud. Without any cost, there are certain points. Okay. Out of that 100 points, okay, not 100 points although without no cost, okay, they are points without no cost. Yeah. Thank you. So yeah, just share with you guys. So this is the ratings in GBI. Just now I mentioned to you guys before, from certified, silver, gold, and platinum. Again, we are here targeting, talking, sharing, focusing in certified only. Baylon GBI Gold, when you come to my office or come to Starbucks, we discuss. Okay, GBI is certified only. A very concerned way, 100 over people outside there looking at me. So certified only. Then residential building. That's how we mentioned. Okay, residential condominium. Not say condominium, high rise in Penang. Since we are in Penang, high rise residential. So this is a tool. Look at the point score. Okay, so energy efficiency 23 score. Indoor 12, site planning 33. There is a lot of points inside we can actually try to get, and the site management. Okay, material 12 point, water 12 point, innovation 8 point. That is the whole idea. Like that. So that is the key thing with getting into the things already. So that is the whole score list. Okay, subtitle. Don't care because I will go through it in more detail in future. As I say, after today's sharing, you guys can submit your own project without Baylon. That is my intention. Okay. Because everybody said, yeah, Baylon, you take all the project in Finland. No, I don't want to take. Okay, you guys do it by your own self. Happy or not? Without cost, law. So that is the whole idea of 100 points. How it goes, doesn't matter. So now, just now we said GBI certified, we need 50 score. Okay. How to get 50 score with the lowest cost or without cost? Okay. I categorize this into three big categories. Again, all the Shara Kelulusan on Penang, MBBP or MBSP. So the first one, UBBL and local authority approval condition. Okay. Second one, passive design and green approaches. The third category is sustainable good practices. By all these categories, you are GBI certified. Like, ready, Okay, and you guys can stop me whatever in the middle of my presentation or challenge me, okay, whatever I presented in the middle. Don't keep it in the last one. Then no point for us to find back the slide. I prefer two-way traffic. Okay, so now first one. So UBBL and local authority approval condition. By only this, okay, yes or no in Penang, okay, you want to do GBI or you don't want to do GBI because of the local authority approval condition and UBBL, you already have 20 score in your pocket. Okay, I don't want to go GBI, but you still have 20 score already because all these are approval condition, all these are UBBL. We got no choice. You need to comply if you want your plan to be approved. Okay, so 20 score. What's so difficult? So I assume all these 20 scores without cost. Can I say so? Because it's the approval condition. Hey, don't be so unfair, you know. When everything about green, then drop to me a Baylon green cost, Baylon green. No, this is UBBL and approval condition. Like, what is that? So all these things, okay. No worry, I will go down one by one. As I said, after today's sharing, you guys can submit GBI certified by your own self. I want to see more and more, green building in the next year. First one, okay, EE1. This is EE1. EE1 talking about OTTV, ED1 talking about roof U value. Hey, sounds so familiar, am I right? All the BP submission now need to calculate the roof U value, am I right? That is a prerequisite under GBI. 1 point, okay? 1 point. Fine, yeah, I successful to take back the BP approval letter. So that is the whole thing, okay? In section 38A and 38B, okay? Talking about, OTTV and roof U value. So this is standard. You have to comply that, okay? You can get what I mean or not? So 1 point, 3 point. So UBBL 38A gets started in Penang since 1st January 2017. You guys need to calculate OTTV. You guys need to calculate roof U value with section since 1st January 2017. No choice. Okay. So there are two big major sections here. The OTTV and then the roof U value. Let's talk about some enforce of OTTV. So the requirement here talking about 50, lower than 50, then you can get 1 point already. Okay. So 4 things. Always put in mind when we do design 4 things. I even share with you guys the tips, okay, after 12 years experience. If you guys follow my tips, I guarantee your OTTV can pass one. Okay. So orientation, windows to wall ratio, sun shading devices, grazing spec. 4 things over here. Okay. Then roof U value, lightweight roof no more than 0.4, heavy roof no more than 0.6. Okay. I do it very quick one. So again, this is project-based cost. I put bold in red color so that nobody will complain me. Am I right? This is project-based cost, senior. Am I putting the correct words? Not green cost, You guys like to say, oh, this is green cost. No, this is project-based cost. Okay, not at all. It's not because of GPI, but you do this, you can get 1 point GPI. Okay, so give you guys more information. I know you guys how to calculate how to comply, this is how to comply. Okay, I already shared the slide here. Whoever have the stability then we can put 1 layer of radiant barrier with 50 mm thick mesh insulation, then you can comply already. This is lightweight roof. Okay, so then this is heavyweight roof. Okay, so concrete slab, then put 50 mm expanded polystyrene, squeeze it, then you can comply heavyweight roof. Okay, I just give you guys some candies. You guys can do much better than me, I know. So this is high. Can. To press it, nail it down, right? Okay. Okay. I do agree with that. Yeah. So again, that is a details of the construction. But the sandwich between the whole roof it's good that to have a mass insulation then with a insulation below. So that's the whole idea. When the construction wise, yes. Okay, so we done with the roof U value. Okay, now here, this is the major part, how to secure your residential to be GBI certified. Look at the high rise part. Okay, we got low rise, we got high rise. Look at the high rise. Okay, first thing, look at here. EE2 is still talking about OTTV, but it contributes 12 points out of 100 points. 12 points, you know. If you can secure all these points, then you can fly already. You get what I mean? You can fly already. So I don't be greedy. Okay, for high rise, 9 points go for OTTV, 3 points go for roof U value. Okay, usually roof U value just to compliant. Okay, if the client got money, do it thicker, then you can get higher score. But today we are talking about no cost, so I don't do higher or thicker roof insulation. Get what I mean? So we focus on OTVV. Just now, the bylaw said lower than 50. But in GBI, when you do the OTVV lower and lower and lower, you can get more score. What is OTVV? The overall thermal transfer from external to internal. The 5 watt per meter square. That means 1 meter square, you allow how many heat energy penetrate inside. So that is OTTV. Okay, through all the facade. I only try to ask you guys to do it 4 points. I want the OTTV below than 36 only. Below than 36 only. Can Baylon? So difficult. Surely need money. Am I right? Sun shading need money, Baylon. Am I right? Sun shading seems like need money, Okay. Okay. Then let's see how I share you guys with a project. With a project, of a LMC, a low cost project or low cost project. Surprisingly, I hope you guys will get shocked, okay, with the project. Okay. And again, before I go to the project, let me ask you guys one question. We know this is tropical, am I right? We know we got hot sun all the time, am I right? And we had thunderstorm and heavy rain all the time, am I right? Then how come all the window design from sun shading and then they become a grouping? Sorry, senior. Too wish to ask the question. We know this is tropical, okay? We in the 70s, you look at all those, art deco building, then postmodern building. Wow, fantastic! You look at the sun shading devices, am I right? I like Georgetown because of this. I can see the whole, evolutions of architecture. Wow, the sun shading from that long, like evolution becomes that shorter, evolution becomes that shorter, and then again nowadays 50 mm grouping. So there's a question for everybody to think about, So it is important, but no worry. So I'm going to share with you guys, okay? So this one, a very standard, low cost development, am I right? three houses, I mean three bedrooms, okay, everything facing out, okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so very standard one, okay, 3 bedroom. Now look at it without sun shading. I know no cost ma, OMC ma, we can't do much on that ma. Agree, okay. Otherwise, developer will kill us. Okay, agree. Okay, no problem. This is all the car park areas, so that it won't be calculated fair enough lah. Because we are talking about, I mean, OTTV ma, to human ma, then to human comfort ma. So then the unit towards the unit. So then what actually is the OTTV for here? I want to prove to you guys, okay, not necessarily. Just now I said I want to get 4 points, remember? I wanted to get 4 points because I want my OTTV. I set a skill for you guys. You guys can go more if you have your sole passive design, okay? Then more bonus point. I just want 38. I just want 38, 4 points. Just 50 in the total. So like this. The OTTV is 32.69. In fact, we can get 6 points. How come, Baylon? Exactly. Exactly. The window to wall ratio. That's why I said there are many ways and hidden tips that you and me need to understand before we go for it without big incremental cost. In fact, like this, I already got 6 points without a cost. Without a cost, I got 6 points already. Orientation. Again, some more this orientation is not direct north-south, it's just twisted a bit, okay? So that is northeast to southwest, okay? If north-south, even best. So window to wall ratio, then we need to understand. WWR, window to wall ratio, it is very important, okay? 2 facade here, okay? One facade, 32% window opening. Another facade over there because of the leaf core, so it even reduce the window opening to 22%. This is the thing I want to highlight to you guys. And I didn't put it in the notes for those who Zoom meeting open and didn't listen, then they miss it, okay? Keep your WWR within 40% to 45%, then you are safe. Okay. Again, keep your WWR window design 40 to 45%, then you are safe. Now we are talking about lower down the cost. Okay. So even a condominium design, okay, 40 to 45%, I think is very reasonable. Unless you are telling me, Baylon, I want to build a glass house or full height. Okay, full height. Then next time all curtain. Full height, very beautiful. Show to your client. Wow, this look very modern, very beautiful. The next time different color curtain every floor. Full height. So please, okay, try to think about. So keep it 40 to 45%. Okay, this have 32.69 OTTV because the WWR is very low. Okay, then now. Please take note that there is no sun shading devices. There's no sun shading devices. If let's say with sun shading devices a little bit then even much better. So now my tips to you guys, how to design a good sun shading devices. If you following my talk in OTTV or whatever talks before, okay, sun shading devices always put a ratio. Okay, now this is the sun shading. We call it the horizontal sun shading, and from the sun shading, bottom part of the sun shading towards to the lower part of the window. Okay, the ratios always keep it 1 to 3. Simple said, if I have a window with 1.2 meter height, we need at least 400. We are 1 to 3 we need at least 400 sun shading. Then it considered as an adequate sun shading, effective sun shading. Anything lesser than the ratio 1 to 3, it won't help to shade. Okay, so that's some tips. I mean, after 12 years experience, I wish to share with you guys. You can have big opening, but with sun shading. Okay, the ratio is 1 to 3. So just keep in mind in your thing. Can be done one. It can be done one. If let's say, oh, Baylon, I have full height window. I think my sun shading very long. No need. You can separate it into 2 segments. Once you segment it, then your total height becomes smaller already. Let's say 3 meter height window. So I put 2 there's 1.5 now. So I need 500. Am I right? 500 to shade that 1.5, another 500 to shade that 1.5. Or even I can put, sunscreen. That helps. Okay. but we are not talking about that deep lah. I want to tell you guys, without sun shading, with the opening and the glazing is normal tinted glass. I'm not tinted glass right now for building is very normal. Okay, they don't tell me that Baylon, I want to use clear glass. Okay, in the 70s, punya clear glass. No lah, nobody go for that right now lah. It's all about tinted glass right now. Okay, that help us to get 6 points. I only need 4 points more than that. With cost or not? No cost. It's all about passive design and the understanding and perception in architecture. You get what I mean or not? Okay, huh? Still very steady, huh? No question challenge me, huh? I love you guys. So third one, EE5. This one, GBI should take this out lah. Why put this in? You get the clearance from TAD-COM, then you get 1 point. He say ma, provide infrastructure for internet connectivity, okay? We will put TAD-COM or whatever, TM or whatever lah, huh? Then I get already ma. And it is the must, am I right? It is a must, I mean, for building permit approval, 1 point. I put what cost, project pay cost. No cost, then you guys laugh. Going GBI is difficult. Where got difficult? Huh? Okay, this one. Huh? On Oh, okay. The internet actually help us to reduce a lot of unnecessary transportation. You see, that is interlinked. In the old days, okay, you want to buy anything or whatever, you need to travel out, or even working, okay, nowadays you can actually sit at your house and settle a lot of things with the internet. Frankly, it's true. So that reduce the emission. Okay. Then, okay, now EQ1, now we're talking about indoor, okay? We are talking about, you look at high rise, you will laugh when you see what GBI writing here. All habitable room to meet minimum requirement of ventilation in the local building code. Oh. Who don't know that? Who don't do that? Get what I mean? We all do that. Remember 10% opening and 5% openable opening, ma? That is by law, ma? 1 free point. Got cost or not? No cost. Am I right? No cost at all, because you need to calculate the 10% and 5%. You need to do it, I mean, for submission compliance. GBI difficult or not? No. I hope in the group chat, I hope many people said, not difficult, not expensive. It's really not difficult and not expensive. Then, okay, we do go for this one. This one talking about cross ventilation. Then you need a little bit brilliant idea how to make your design, I mean, cross, okay? Then public circulation to be ventilated. Why not? Okay. Okay. Like this normal unit. All the windows comply to the opening. 1 point already. You get what I mean? So then, now corridor. Usually we design the corridor with air well, both sides open. We will never trap our corridor design. That is not. If you trap your corridor design, it seems not that normal already. So we will open. I mean, open corridor either both sides or one side with air well. That helps. That already 2 scores in the ventilation. Got cost or not? No cost. So I mean, GBI is not really difficult. Okay, done with the ventilation. Then, okay, this one. This is talking about daylighting. So okay, again 2 points. If you are very fantastic, help me to get 3 points. Later, I will explain to you why the circulation cannot get. The circulation point cannot get, but this 2 points can get. 75 of the habitable area, we have daylighting. In GBI, we calculate like this, okay? Calculate by spaces, habitable spaces. Now, you look at this, this is 1 space, am I right? The living hall and the ruang makan, 1 space, 1, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space. This is not habitable, okay? So in a very typical, I mean, residential unit, usually we have 4 major space, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? By doing design like this one pass, this one pass, this one pass, this one surely not pass on daylighting, am I right? Not pass, but not pass law, because GBI said 75%, right? 3 out of 4 is what? 75%, no? Okay, what I mean, no, I don't know why GBI put so easy the requirement here. Then you all say GBI difficult and expensive. You all do plans like this. I not yet kill you guys. What for to create this one in the middle? So everybody facing out. Otherwise, it will be very dark. But yes or no, you still can get 2 points in GBI. Okay. So now the last point, public circulation. Hey. Back to the plan. Number of space. That means the rooms like here like 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space. This one got there lighting, got there lighting, got there lighting. This one don't have there lighting. That's why 3 got, 1 don't have. 3 out of 4, 75%. It's not the area. You know why? Because the idea, if you calculate the area, try to imagine I have this one with very big area, run makan, run living hall, very big area with literally there, I think. All the room, no window at all. So it defeats the purpose. Yeah, I got so many daylight in my living hall for what? Once I enter my room or hall, it's dark. So yeah, so it's not calculating per meter square. It's calculating spaces to spaces. The percentage like that. Fair enough, because we want a good indoor environment quality. Okay, now the third point. Hey. Okay, it depends on the factor. Okay, because GBI is saying that you need 0.5, a minimum of daylight factor 0.5. Okay, if you need more information, attend GBI facilitator course. When we stimulate it, you see, from this blue color onwards, is 0.5. So the blue color here, all this blue color that is lesser than 0.5. So minor here doesn't matter. That means major here, they say the purple color here, we still have sufficient daylight thing. This is through the simulation. This is a simulation software with the window size, with depth, with the height of it, then it will locate in the longitude, then it will simulate itself. Okay, so it's good. I like questions like this. That means you guys are interesting. Then I will see more green building in future. So now circulation space. So central corridor for high rise usually difficult to have sufficient lateral daylighting, especially at the lower portions of the tower. Am I right? That's why we fail to get this point. Unless, okay, you are designing it in a cluster one, 2-3 unit, then wow, with one opening, 2-3 unit with one opening. It's one whole stress like this. Usually we cannot get natural daylighting when it goes deeper down to the tower. Yes, single sided corridor, then you can get 3 points. Where got difficult GBI? Am I right? Right. So we can yeah, everything we need. I mean that actually to reduce unnecessarily artificial lighting. When we go down darker, then you need to on your common lighting already. Okay, so we do it quick. I know you guys are very interested. That's why I said nobody explain like me like today. So when you go deep, you will love GBI one, and you will love me too. Okay, nice. This one I always say, take it out, take it out. You know what it is or not? SM1, that means when you get your building plan and KM approved, then you will get this point. Because it asks you to comply the structural plan. When you get your PP approved, that means you already, allowable to build at that site. You understand what I mean or not? So this is the site selection and planning. Okay. So you're asking you to see how the structure must comply with the following: the structural plans of the area of the local plan. That means once you get building approval, then you automatically get a point. What again? What is the logic? The logic is to make you guys to do it correctly, don't do it illegally, or don't challenge the council, this hill land I want to develop, something like that. because that is a site selection, okay? Try not to do that. So the next one, I know there is no CNS engineer here, but fellow architects, I mean seniors, you guys aware of this. You need to get approval. Am I right? You need to do all these things. 1 point, normal thing. You need to get your approval before you get your CCC. What's so difficult? GBI, 0 cost. Am I right? Okay. Then worker site amenity. Okay. When you receive your PP, you will receive another attachment. Okay. Buku berapa, tadi berapa, boleh bekerja, guna jerujuk ini, ada pembersihan itu jalan, then boleh open pening, then you punya pembendungan, toilet to the proper sewerage. This is all the thing. Proper sewerage, no pollution, open burning, for what better, I mean, a good accommodation, hygiene, no mosquito, no dengue. That is standard practice under the PP approval. So 1 point. Okay. Very good question. Okay. In GBI, okay, precisely, you should drop that point if you're gonna stop work because of this. Okay. I mean, to be fair, no point, no cost one, you gonna stop work, then you still want to cheat my point. No way. Okay. So just do it properly. Okay. So 1 point, 3 point. Then stormwater design. You want to do it or don't want to do it, you need to get your JPS approval. The CNS engineer need to calculate the temporary detention, I mean the permanent detention and the MASMA calculation. Am I right? So this is another part, but of course, okay, if you do much better one, if you do more than MASMA requirement, more than 30%, you get another point. MASMA already tell you this is the size of the detention that you do. Then if you want to do another 30%, then you get another point. Then another one, this is more critical, but it's doable. It's talking about your final discharge. Usually our final discharge with a trap screen, but the trap screen is big one, very big one, where everything also can flow through one, plastic sticklet whatever also can flow through one. If you do a very fine filtration system at your final discharge, GBI will get you this point because it reduces the pollution to the ocean. Okay, but again, okay, you will tell me it will need cost, but in fact that is a very minor cost. But since talking about cost, I don't put that point in. Otherwise, you guys will shoot me. You say no cost, no cost, or don't put. We only put the basic one. Okay. The final discharge. It's really little cost, right, Chairman? Chairman also say little cost. That means going green is not expensive. It is not expensive. But again, I try not to do that. Okay. We see how to get 50 score. Yes. Now. Your JPS approval, your MASMA calculation. See what's so difficult? Okay, then now Kawasan 8, look at high rise. Okay, so yeah, this one a little bit money but little bit also not that much. Okay, the 10% is already a requirement. Am I right? The Kawasan 8. In GBI, we only need 15%. My pay do a little bit more, can or not? You get what I mean or not? 10%, then I know you to do 15, 15, you won't see one. You don't calculate in deep, but the client also wouldn't ask you what is between 15 and 10. You get what I mean or not? I just want you to get 1.15. The authority already requires you to do 10% of your development size. Real community, you can put everywhere. You can put everywhere. Baylon, I don't have space. I don't have space. It doesn't matter. Do it in your paga. You will do it in your paga, then you're not counting the count. Whatever cripples, you are calculating the wall area. That one much easier. With the length calculate 1.8 meter high. Wow, you see that area come out already. What's so difficult? If you don't do that in your paga, you still need money to do the masonry work. I mean fence wall. Am I right? Switch a bit, then gain the greenery area, then get the point. Not really difficult. Okay, then this one. Okay, this is talking about storage and of the recyclable. Yes. Not only on that. It's counted. That means indoor greenery also counted, but real greenery I want to put a big carpet grass kill artificial. Are you talking about green and tell me artificial? No. Okay, real. Oh, another thing I want to getting more excited is you guys make me more excited. Okay, you're talking about greenery and water body. Water body also can. What is water body? Swimming pool. That also can be calculated because why this is talking about heat island effect. Full greenery, real green, okay, and water can help to reduce the ambient temperature. Okay, wow, can see the root already, wow, 找到路了wow, water body also can come, no cost, it's already built there. You get what I mean or not? So all the greenery plus the water body area 15%. Okay, so can you try? Okay, now this one storage of the recyclable. Okay, during construction, dedicate and separate the construction waste. One point. Okay, then during the permanent one, then have a permanent recycle. Pusat kita semula. Sounds so familiar, It's cara-cara kelulusan, right? During construction, you need to segregate, you need to recycle it. Okay, under the Jabatan Perkhidmatan Perpantaran already tell you need to put a pusat kita semula. Okay, there is no cost incurred. Don't tell me Baylon, I need to build another build your head. Okay, this is requirement. Okay, so no cost, project pay cost. Okay, simple like this. Then this one EQ6 construction management. So I don't even want to target second point, just nice to hit 50% base point, okay? Or Jabatan Bangunan already tell you to segregate, okay? Ask you guys to submit the report, ask you guys to submit what is the total, things sent for recycle, am I right? Encourage the contractor, keep monitor the contractor, do it correctly, okay? Then you can get that. If you guys are so keen to do so, you can actually get 2 points without any cost. I got so many projects because I keep following. Hey, this one cannot throw. Hey, this one segregate. Find the recycle and sell it out, something like that. So 2 points, no issue. Okay. So okay, I suddenly so damn really, Okay. So then now this is the form that you guys need to submit before your commencement of work, if I'm not wrong. Okay, am I right? The contractor need to fill in, then they need to estimate what is the wastage. I know whatever they submit is fake one. Okay, I need to find a time, sit down with both local already and see how to check on that. Because all the form I see is all wrong one. Yes, they don't say one, all wrong. Okay, so we should do that because more and more rubbish come to the Pulau side already. Okay, find a way. Okay, as an architect, as a project SO. Okay, water efficient fitting. This one also feels so familiar, right? Now this one I really want to highlight. Allow me to talk louder. Okay, how many of you guys are concerned about this since building department also don't concern? They didn't come and check what is the spec of your fitting. Am I right? Your Philly IR lah, your WC lah, your shower, they don't even ask you to submit anything, right? It's all by your own signature professional that you will comply, am I right? So now that I please to you guys, my senior, comply it, not difficult one. When the supplier come to you, show you the catalog, you tell them, I want to find the water fitting one. See your catalog, got the watermark one, like that one. That one I can use. Oh, without this one, I don't want. You take back. I want the water saving one. Simple like that. Okay. So simple set. Another tips for you guys. Okay, since you guys are here. I only want you guys to get 2 points by 30%. Okay. See how to play the games. Okay. In our unit, okay, every house also is the same. We look at fittings. We have shower, we have WC, we have basin tap, we have kitchen tap, or sometimes we have tap. That's all. Usually, these 5 categories. Am I right? Okay. Which is the most water consumption fitting among all? Exactly, shower. The second one is WC. Then the mother one is was facing that lah, kitchen that lah, office that lah. Am I right? If you can handle the shower and WC, you are already 50%. You get what you know? The calculation lah in deep lah. I can't show you guys right now, but I want to tell you guys, share with you guys rule of thumbs. Okay, if you can get now how to get, then when we talk about water efficient product, okay, like energy efficient product, we had Energy Star. That one very good. Okay, Suhan the Naga do it very well. 1 to 5 star. 5 star is very efficient one. Okay, nowadays spend going start with this already. When they renew their license, they need to submit to spend with only water efficient, spend only accept. Start from this year, which is good. So for water one take, 2 take, and 3 take. Okay. So good, efficient, excellent. So if you go for 3 takes one, you automatically go for that already. Trust me, I do source, steam rating now. You don't compare cheap with higher range one. What I mean is steam brand, same category, efficient and the conventional one. Water saving and no water saving one. The incremental is very insignificant. Sometimes it can be less than 5%. You know, water saving and non-water saving one. So go and choose for it. And some more, I'm not asking you guys to get 5 points. I'm only asking you guys to get 2 points. You know? Handle the shower, then you can get more than 30% saving already. Only choose a good shower. This is what Baylon, tips to you guys. You have to calculate in deep law. Okay. Then when welcome you go for GBI facilitated course. Exactly. It's simple like that. I don't want to count all 3 takes. Simple like that. Okay. All this, GBI actually excluded it out because that is just applied to appliances. We won't count because that won't be a norm for all unit. We only look at the norm one, something like that. Okay. Because some of the piping also for landscape, it could be using very, but no, we only look at the fitting. Because we are comparing the fitting flow rate. We are not comparing how much water that you use. You get what I mean? Chairman, if let's say the washing machine using that amount of water, we are talking about the flow rate. The flow rate smaller, that it can save more water. Okay. Yes, they are. That even much better. So in a way, to push, saving in water. So then, we have to run faster now. Okay, innovation. Innovation, this one, I also don't know how to comment, but I need you guys. I know Pam Norton chapter, frankly, I really need to say thank you to you guys. You guys are pushing hard to make OKU, universal design, compliance, implementation and compliance much easier and easier to follow for Penang. This is really good. So in GBI under innovation, if you do the comprehensive compliances to universal design MS 1184, then you will get 1 point. Luckily, Penang make this syarat kelulusan, then concurrently you might get 1 point in GBI without no cost. Because you need this to get your BP approval. Am I right? Happy, huh? Now, with all those things that I mentioned just now, no cost, compliance, we are 20 score in hand now. GBI difficult or not? No. Second question, all this need cost or not? No. Thank you. So 20 point, no cost. Okay. Next is talking about passive design and green approaches. Here, another 13 points. Okay, here you might argue with me now. This one need cost. Might only. Okay, we go through another 13 points. So external lighting. So I only want you guys to get 1 point. 1 point. Okay, what is that? Okay, we say provide high efficient lighting. Okay, simple there energy saving fittings at the common area. Okay, energy saving fitting. Second one is, I mean, to do it according to MS 1525 on the lux level. That means you don't need to decide overprice of the common area. Okay. So now question to you guys, can maybe then? Surely can, because nowadays all the fittings are LED. Am I right? That is energy saving already. So second thing is just get your M&E design. Go and check this one, MS 1525. This is stated clearly in MS 25 already tell you, okay, corridor, where is corridor? Corridor, not more than 100 lux. Okay, you design 100 lux for corridor, already, sufficient already. No need to design more. You understand or not? So do this need cost or not? This is a green approach. This is a sustainable design. Okay, sometimes you feel so happy when you know. Then your M&E, how come you design so many fitting here? Huh? Saving, I need saving, have more. Yeah, then you feel more glamour, you feel more equal. So no cost, it's just a design. Okay, follow the standards, just the design according to the lux level. Okay, then volatile compound, VOC. This one even costless. Okay, paint nowadays. You see the advertisement, right? Low formaldehyde, low auto, low VOC. Now in the market, after GPI pushed through for 12 years, okay, all the paint because of GPI changed to low VOC. Okay, know that kind of, I mean, VOC is the gas that will cause cancer one. I'm healthy, I eat healthy, I go exercise, suddenly touch to high cancer because of the VOC release. It will slowly release 3 to 15 years inside your house. Slowly and slowly, every day you take inside, then that causes, I mean, hazardous to the health. That is VOC. So nowadays, Baylon, I don't want to use low VOC one. I want to use the conventional. The conventional paint even more expensive than the low VOC now in the market. The old times one, the very smelly one, because all no more production. Now it's all low VOC in the market. Okay, so same thing. So only the paint, the flooring. If let's say carpet got VOC. If let's say it's normal tiles, usually Jubin, there's no VOC at all because there's no sticky glue. It's all about the sticky thing that has to contain VOC. So if let's say your tiles is, I mean, floor tile, then you are free. You only handle the paint and also handle all the adhesive and sealant. Ask the contractor choose the low VOC one. No cost. Really, you can't see the cost, I mean, different in the product. Okay. Okay. External view. Now this one, I don't know whether say this is cost or not cost. There are two plans here, but I hope you guys, because this is passive design. Just now I do mention already. If can every single habitable area, even this one with a tiny window, okay, can have view out, it will be fantastic. Okay. Okay. It is doable or not, senior architect? Doable. Okay. How come every time do the conventional one, whereby the third room hidden and facing to the corridor with no view and no light? And you and me also don't want to stay at that room. Why give that room to people to stay? That's a joke. Am I right? If possible, this is something I really need to push the market. I know, okay, due to the construction or due to the normal practices or whatever, I know there must be a reason how you guys, make this happen. 2 room facing out, 1 room facing in. But by the way, this one I really repeat you guys. Use you guys creativity. By the way, if possible, everything facing out. That is fantastic. Like layout in tropical. Okay, okay, something challenging and something interesting to play around. I believe you guys can one. Okay, can next. This is design, no cost. Okay. This one also, I don't know why GPI keep on putting here. This is talking about between unit, between dwelling, soundproof. Okay, 135.135. Look at it. It says between dwelling, the STC soundproof should more than 45. That means the material can filter more than 45 decibel, something like that one. That means from here my wall is 100, go over there minus 45, something like that. But you look at it, concrete masonry lah, 150 lah, that is our normal party wall or even our party wall sometimes thicker than that lah. If let's say 152 lah, we look at 152 it's already 48 lah. You don't even need to do anything. That means your party wall already comply with more than 45 soundproof. You get what I mean or not? 3 point, no cost, happy. Getting more happy, I want to see more building out. That is my purpose today. Okay, now dedicated cycling. So this one, somewhere here as a green approach, somewhere there as a local requirement, because nowadays MBBB and BSB asking you guys to put tempat letak bicycle. Am I right? So you need to put already. Okay. In GBI, what actually we need to do? Okay. We need to do a maximum of 20 bicycle parking. Easy lah, 20 okay. And then put a bicycle lane from your entrance. You know, it's not necessarily a lane. You know, it could be a marking. Okay. From entrance to the bicycle parking. Simple like this. What's so difficult? What is the cost? Because that is also MBBP requirement. It just like beautify it, okay? Plan it with a beautiful project. Okay, happy no complaint to me can do doable next. Okay, now this one I want to accept. Correct me if I'm wrong, because we have so many senior architects over here. This is talking about hardscape. When we're talking about hardscape from a condominium design or apartment design, the perimeter driveway, okay, the perimeter driveway, that is the only hardscape. Usually we use bitumen tar road now. Am I right? Okay. So if let's say you are using interlocking, you're using interlocking, then you can actually score this point. Interlocking with gray color, light gray color, light color. Okay. Then you can get this one. I don't know whether yes or no, because I met up with few QS for few projects. Okay. Because I want to exercise a little bit elaboration on this part. Tar road compared with interlocking, which one more expensive? Along the time, we think interlocking is more expensive. Surprisingly, try to ask your project QS or whatever. Surprisingly, I met up with 3 QS, 3 different projects that go and source supply. You know, they come back with me. The price is compatible. Surprisingly, because they said, the thickness of the tar and the thickness of the time, then cut and here and there, then the below part is the same, something like that. Sorry, I can't go deep. But the QS are already explained to me, and the price is compatible. It's really compatible. That means building a tar road and building an interlocking it makes no much difference on the cost. Trust me. So good, So if let's say like that, why not changing to interlocking? And some more interlocking, that helps your CNS engineer to reduce the calculation of mass detention point. Because interlocking that considered a permeable surface, it's not a hard surface. That will help to reduce the detention point. Ask your client, expensive. What? I help you to reduce the detention point, also cut cost already, okay? Yes, it helps because that is the permeable surface. If you go deep in mass calculation, that's done by CNS engineer, okay? So, okay, back to interlocking, okay? I only ask you guys to do 50%, then you got 1 point. Usually when I talk with this, definitely will get 2.1. You know why? Because the client will scold you. Oh, how come decide 100 like that? Stop like this, then this become tar road. And nobody will become you need to drive halfway 50%, then you stop. Oh, because I only want to get 1 point GBI, I must stop there. You know, that's why when you do, then you will do all already, you get 2 points. Cannot. So this is a thing I want to say. Now you say the SRI more than 20 line. What is solar reflectance index SRI? Simple set SRI from 0 to 100. Simple understanding. 0 is very, very bright color, absorb heat. 100 is very, very light color, white, reflect heat, something like that. So the lighter the color, the SRI will be higher one. So dark gray, interlocking dark gray is lower than 29. I want to remind to you guys, okay? Wow, so happy I can score this point. Yeah, go and choose the dark color or then GBI. There, no point. Then you don't know how to answer your client. You say can get 1 point. How come no point? Because choosing the wrong color. So this is the correct way. Okay, light gray color with a little bit pattern design. Okay, then this is the best way. Okay. Now this one, you can interlocking, can get this point. You also can increase the percentage of the greenery. Remember the greenery? Greenery just now, there is a point. Because this is curve, one stone kill two birds. Okay. Time already. Okay, faster. Another 15 minutes, can or not? I try my best. Okay. So, okay, colors of the roof. Color of the roof. Okay. This is a roof. Choose white color. Costless one. Okay. Okay. There's the colors of the roof. Before you go and choose dark blue. Okay. Choose white color. This is no cost one. It reflects heat. Okay. Then, okay, composting. Okay, this one, yes, a little bit money, a little bit, a few hundred to 1,000. Okay, buy a composting bin, put inside to your project, then you can get the point. This is a green approach, man. Okay, then sustainable timber. So this is talking about what is the timber material inside a house right now for normal construction. Only the door. Usually I can see only the door wood timber material. Am I right? Unless you use hardwood floorboard there. If not hardwood it's only the door. So handle the door nicely. Get the door with all these certificates. It's findable in the market and no cost. Really no cost. Okay. Just that the source of the what is this? The source of the wood come from replant forest. It's not the forest. It's guaranteed come from replant forest. Malaysia Timber Certification Council. This is international. This is international. They come from replant forest. Okay. So 2 points. So then plant. Okay. How to get 1 point? You plant all native and adaptive plant. Okay. Don't plant the foreign plant. All the species is native and right. Because this one all need higher maintenance. Okay. You do all native adaptive, then you get 1 point. Simple like this. Who asked you to plant rose in Malaysia? Some landscape architect like it then green building need cost law. Okay, so choosing the plant 1 point. So no cost. Now this one, herbs garden, food garden. Okay, herbs and food garden, 10% of density of 20 meters square, whichever is larger. So this is landscape. Okay, so this one for me, I look at it, no cost. You know why? Because you need to plant. It's just the species that you choose. Okay, instead of choose other things, why not choose the plants? I mean the herb species, pandan leaf, lemongrass, that people can use that. You know, aloe vera, all this can be used back, by the residents. So 1 point. So doing this, another 13 points. So 20, 13, so 33. So another 17 points, but we are times up. Very quick one, the 17 points. So until now, still acceptable, right? Really no cost, right? We didn't see big cost, Okay, this one, sustainable good practices. This one even more straightforward, no example one. You look at it, then you see all this, why GBI put all this. Okay, this one, common building with common management, definitely got common management. No? You need a maintenance room, you need the maintenance tools, you need the building plan, done building plan, submit one set to them. Simple like this also can get all in GBI or you see GBI. Alright. Then you put a building user manual for them. That means you document down all the green features and give to the building maintenance team. They know what it is, water fitting is there, rainwater harvesting is that, something like that. Just document on it, then give them a manual. Simple like that. It's all paperwork. So I don't see any difficulty here. 2 points. So post-occupancy survey. So when the building done, GBI facilitator or the submitting person do a survey to the resident. How do you feel? They're letting okay or not? The temperature okay or not? Cross ventilation okay or not? Something like that. Survey 1 point. So what no cost? No cost. People not print the paper, do survey cost $2 ringgit. So okay, connectivity community. So this one I understand. In the urban area like Penang, that's why I say focus in Penang. In the urban area like Penang, our 4 point the network, the community, easily we can get 2 points one. Because some of the things that happen in your project. You have playground or garden in your project. Okay. You have surround in your project. You have your community center in your project. You get what I mean? Part of it already inside your project. But this is again to luck But again, so many projects that I handle, especially in urban city like Penang you can actually easily get all this within 750 mm surrounding your site one. Okay. So next. So classic. Okay. Get the client to do classic. 1 point. Okay. Fine. Any question or anything? I mean, this is also another interesting part. If you do QLASTIC, that means the workmanship of the project is good. That means the future defect is good. Good for you as the architect, good for the client as reputation, good for the contractor, finish the work. Am I right? So I didn't see any bad thing on the QLASTIC, get them done. Yeah, on the prelim, no. But if we look at deep that charges compared to the future defects how we weight that? So I do believe, in upfront, do that, then the whole project, safe. So then, everybody also say that. And I talk to M&E engineer tell me I need more point. When I talk to landscape architect, I need more point. I give every point to you guys. Okay, public access. Okay, so again, if nearby 750 mm, you got a bus stop with more than one route 301 or 302 also come, 111 also come, then you can get the point already. Okay, how about no bus stop? No bus stop also never mind. Then provide a shuttle provide the shuttle to the nearest bus stop It is good also How much this cost? Rent a van ask the client, ask the management, rent a van. If let's say you need this, that means you are very isolated already on the project. You get what I mean? In Penang, really easily you can find one, two more than 2 routes. 4 point. All these basic points. Okay, this one. If you use system forward, I can't say 2 points, but 1 point guarantee. Because the system forward cost usually will more than 2% of the total material cost of the project. The cost that you buy the system forward. Some if the system forward consumption is high it can actually reach to 5% one. But if you use system forward again, as I said, high rise in Penang, all system forward. So 3 points. Then recycle contaminant material. So this one difficult to explain to you, but simple said, steel, a material made from recycled material that called recycled contained material. All the steel in our country are recycled contained material because they are not take the iron come and make the steel. They collect here and there and then go and melt it become a new thing, something like that. So that is what happened in our country. So only the BRC and the steel bar I guarantee you 1 point is a 3 point in all projects. Only the BRT and the steel bar. You don't need to do anything also. You and me don't need to do anything on this one. Then next. Regional material. This one also I really make in Malaysia. If you make in Malaysia more than 70%, more than 2 points. Surely am I right? Because it's talking about the project cost, the material cost. All the expensive things the steel the concrete the cement usually are made in Malaysia. Am I right? All these things easily help you to get this 2 point already. And even better project cannot get this 2 point in after 12 years. Okay, correct me. So happy everybody now. So now concrete usage index. What is this? We know concrete it is not a environmental friendly material because we need to from the batu kapur or something like that, the whole process. We try to reduce the concrete usage in construction. So not more than 0.45 meter cube per meter square. That means the total volume used in the project, how many volumes of concrete used divided of your GFA meter square. This is how the calculation simple like that. Total meter cube divided by meter square. Total volume of the project concrete usage in the project divided by your build up area. Not more than 0.45. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. I cannot tell you. But if you put this design parameter to your CNS engineer in a very initial outline, they can design for you. When they do the design, they will try to control within this one. I don't think this is under architect scope but we put the design parameter for that. So 1 point. Then provision of water sub-meter for leak because this one more easier. Even now, normal times, we will put sub-meter. Am I right? Swimming pool we will put a sub-meter. Bomba we will put a sub-meter, and then common area we will put a sub-meter. So if let's say you got more usage you put sub-meter go for landscape one. I know Yes. So that is a water submitter, again analog submitter. So then, so another one point. So the very last point lah. So this one insignificant cost law. So then the very last one, this one, appoint a GBI facilitator. Hey yo, you all hey yo. Okay, so I think after 49 point with no cost, this is the only point with a little bit cost. Pay enough lah. I talk for 3 hours, okay. Just a joke, okay. So you all can become a facilitator, okay. And again, GBI can accept a project submission even without a GBI facilitator. You just need to take out this point here, no? You know, you get other points. So if you guys familiar to submit the document, simple like this now. So with this one, okay, then we are 50. We are 50. We are GBI certified. So I need you guys, okay, not to give face to me. I hope you guys agree with what I present to you guys just now. It's no cost and very minimum cost according to, Penang condition. Syarat-syarat kelulusan, our urban area, condition. Am I right? Residential, GBI certified, 50 score, high rise. This is how we do it in Penang. Going green is not expensive. I hope you guys agree with me. Okay, so I end my sharing today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Baylon. Thank you very much. Maybe a quick one. Let's see. There's a question here for Baylon, I suppose. Baylon, what's the difference between GBI and MyCrest? Yeah.
Oh, some questions. Okay. GBI and MyCrest. Just now I did mention to you guys, MyCrest, created and owned by CITB. Okay. In fact, in the very early time, GBI worked together with CITB to build the MyCrest, not to say build, assist them to form the tools. Okay. The only difference of MyCrest is MyCrest handle JKR building. Okay. Very rarely that MyCrest, being submitted by a private project. But of course, private project also can submit to MyCrest. The only difference that MyCrest cover is MyCrest got an additional part cover on the carbon. That's the only thing. When you talk about, difference, But again, I still, hope the architects, will promote GBI, since GBI is an international tool and owned by Green Building. And GBI is so comprehensive to cover all the aspects and criteria. Okay.
Yeah, so far, there's more questions from the floor.
If can we score points when we put charger points in the building?
Fantastic. You see, I hope you enjoy my talk. That's why you will ask such question like this, okay? The gentleman question is, whether EV charger, this is something needed for coming future, yes or no? So when install a charger, can we get score in GBI? Yes, the answer is yes. And the point drop at innovation point. The dot point is here. Okay, for now, GBI requirement is you only need to provide one physical charger station, for the development, and then to have future extension, to the parkings, so that if let's say the future they want to install more, then they can install. So that is the requirement. So I don't see that is difficult. And again, a lot of project right now, the client asks us to do the EV charger. It's not our intention, So that again a point in GBI. But with cost, if I'm not wrong, nowadays the price keep decreasing. Last time you need 20 to 30,000 to get one physical EV charging. Now, from the range of 8K to 12K, you can actually get a EV charging already. Not really that expensive.
Any more questions from the floor?
This is kind of not related to zero cost building, but it's something that has kind of puzzled me a lot over time. Particularly when we talk about buildings, we are supposed to be green, right? But they use a lot of glass. And you can see an example in KL, our iconic, I won't mention. Obviously, in terms of producing the material to clad the building, there's a lot of energy involved. I don't know how much now, you triple glaze, double glaze or whatever. Well, what is your view on it? And how can we kind of maybe encourage people not to do that sort of thing? I mean, okay, the Merdeka 118 or something like that, they're all glass. And then the TRX, all glass, So what's your view on that?
Okay, this is very personal answer on personal view, not representing Pam or whatever, since we are on Zoom or Facebook Live. Okay, very personal view. Yeah, we know architecture, functionality, okay, cost efficient and aesthetic. Aesthetic is one of the things that architect always feel so proud. I believe so, okay, since students up until practical in the market, we are different from the other consultant because architect, we know how to design building beautifully. Am I right? This is how we say, okay? So that is one of the key criteria that always in an architect mind, how to create a beautiful building facade, something like that. So personally, I always, share with my friends, okay, the judgment on beautiful is very various. It's very personal preference, okay. I always mention to my friends that, okay, trying to learn, understand, and adapt to the local region, and from there to come up with the design approach, that should be the best way to strike the balance between ecological, environmental, and aesthetic. So I can't say a building with sun shading is ugly. You get what I mean? Sun shading devices, it could be a very beautiful element to treat a building facade. It depends on how we design that. I mean, if we compare to a full glass box, whereby we know that in tropical region, we should not do that. You can do so, but you need to prepare a big, thick budget for you, to cover up the conditions, the indoor conditions of the building, because we are located in a tropical region. So I didn't say a yes or no to that, but again, it's a very personal preference. My advice is to understand and adapt the region climate in order to come up with the design approach. That should be the best way.
In terms of the approach, but it is rather unfortunate, and I'm not a young architect. I mean, when I graduated, I thought in Malaysia we would have done, like you say, something that responds to the local climate. I mean, modern technology can really make the glass reduce the heat and all that, but in the process of making the glass reduce the heat, the energy spent in the factory might be more than, what is really necessary, you see. I mean, this is my personal opinion, again, not Pam, so in case I get lots of. Okay, thank you very much, Baylon. Thank you.
Thanks, Chairman. I suppose in terms of aesthetics and in terms of building sustainability, sometimes we have to look beyond this GPI also, because if the building is not attractive enough to attract people to use it, then the building will become redundant, right? So we just have to try to take a balance, but of course, how we can reduce the usage of glass, I do agree. We can always think of different creative ways to design the building. Yeah, a few questions, maybe Baylon, you can just answer.
Okay, sure. There is a question here talking about what's the status of GBI carbon score? When is the rollout? Okay, for gentlemen here, Don't, yep, okay. So GBI, up until now, we have 18 building tools, okay? We didn't cover the carbon score, but MGBC, Malaysia Green Building Council, last year, we launched the first ever carbon score for Malaysia. It is very interesting, the carbon score. The carbon score can actually, there are some criteria for you to fill in, that you will come up with a carbon score and in different category. You can actually one whole take up all the category. In water, in energy, in transportation, in fact, I forgot the last one, but MGBC already launched the first ever Malaysia carbon score. I can say it's the tools to be used for the whole Malaysia to calculate your carbon score for your building. So that I answered that question. So another question, what about solar energy generation and usage? Nulina, hi, thank you for your question. Yeah, I love to see so. Yes, under GBI criteria, under EE, so there are 5 maximum points for solar. Okay, you can actually do solar in order to get point. Okay, yes or no, because we know PV is a renewable energy that is part and parcel of green and sustainable development. It's just that for today, we never touch on that because every single panel that we put on, then all the gentlemen here will tell me, Baylon, you said 0 cost to green. Okay. Okay. In fact, solar is something very practical. When talk about ROI, I think solar is a very direct ROI. Once the installation, once the generation, once it produce electricity by itself, it will immediately reduce your electricity consumption for your common area. You get what I mean? It's the immediate ROI. And there are 5 points for Lulina. There are 5 points in GBI total of 100 score under EE 3. Yeah, I can remember that. That's EE 3. So can you share some pictures of your green building? Oh, thank you for being my fans. Okay. Hopefully less round. Last year I do share with Penn Northern chapter with a topic MPPP night shelter building towards triple net zero. That actually is the targeted GBI platinum building. If you guys are aware, when we turn into Gomda from Tun Lim Chong Yu Highway, before the small traffic light on your left hand side, now still under construction, going to finition, that is MPPP night shelter building owned by the Penang State government. So that is really a fantastic project. I think you can find my slides in PAM Northern chapter, MPPP night shelter towards triple net zero building. Thank you. Good idea to get into GBI certification, minimal cost. Would appreciate if this video presentation is made available later. Online. Okay, Pam of the chapter mentioned here, we'll put it, online, Facebook and YouTube later. Thank you. Thank you for your time. For me, a long-winded guy. Since there is almost 0 cost to get certified, can you influence the council to impose requirement that all buildings will automatically meet GBI requirement? Wow. Okay. It's always my dream to do so, but we have to respect all the gentlemen over here. But frankly, okay, trust me, yes or no, okay, as I said, this is not a trend. Green and sustainable building, it isn't a trend. It is a need, okay? There are more and more modern cities. Easy to say Singapore, okay? Singapore already mandate all the new development to be green and sustainable building development. And recent 5 years, if I'm not wrong, they started looking at existing building. To turn existing building to become a green building, it is not an easy task, but they are trying hard to do so. Because you know that the existing building could be 50 years, 100 years, so they are turning the entire Singapore buildings to be green building. So this is a very real example that every country in the world can follow. I hope the local council can hear this, not only Baylon voice, okay? So, Kampong houses, yes. Oh, thank you, Dato' Law. I say thank you, Brother Baylon. So, so I think I answered all the questions. Thank you, Sawa.
Thank you very much, Baylon. I think we shouldn't have more questions now. I have my own two takeaway or trigger points from Baylon's sharing. Very interesting one. The first one, on the first part of all these impact of the to the environment. So if we think about the history, the development of mankind, we started to invent all sorts of equipment, tools, technology to supposed to help us improve our lifestyle, like the cars, planes, and we have air cons now. When we have all these environmental issues, we tend to close up ourselves and then start to buy ionizer. Is another extra equipment which actually consume energy and things. So if we can try to make our life simpler and reduce all these unnecessary things, it's in a way helping to reduce the energy consumption. So the other thing is about the UBBL on internet, where we can encourage working from home and reduce travel. I suppose we should bring this to the council, the local authorities. Just my opinion. You see the process when we are dealing with the authority. We have to go there, wait, and keep traveling. Sometimes just to ask one simple question. They can have something to do it online, make our travel, save a lot of travel time, right? They should be doing that. So yes, we can just Zoom and ask them, and sometimes meeting also. Yes, by CP plan. Yes, all digitized, print less paper also, land office also, right? Good, we bring that to council. Real time, yes. Yes, we went to a sharing in Kulim, the Kulim KHTP. I think it's a planner. He did say that they are trying to help everyone. So they actually organize Zoom meetings with the clients and consultants. So it makes everything more fast track, even after work hours, because there are some overseas investors. So they are doing that. So this is a very good approach. I hope MBPP and MBSP can adopt also, because they are also trying to be the advocate of going green, right? Okay, so thank you everyone for your time. Thanks, Baylon, again, very enlightening. I think we can all do it now after his talk. Yeah, and thanks Gary's Excel Pro from coming all the way to Penang. Thank you everyone here also, and also those online for all the time spent. Let's help to save the world. Okay, thank you.